यार एक बस मुझे अली से बात पूछनी है कि रोनाल्डो का क्या सीन है भाई, कि कब छोड़ देगा फुटबॉल?
यार
Yeah, I have thoughts around that. Obviously, like मैं तिकी से पहले ये बात कर रहा था. Naturally,
देखो
Real
लोग क्या
Madrid and
ट्वीट्स कर रहे हैं.
everything. There's a uh, deep connection to Ronaldo, and it is one thing. Ronaldo pushed himself all the way to 41 to playing this World Cup. It very much looked like Raza के last World Cup के बाद he had announced that this is it, or he had given up, right? He had said the dream is over now for the World Cup, and
जो रोते हुए टनल में जा रहा था, उसकी वीडियो आई थी.
yeah, but he posted on Twitter the next day, right? And he just thanked Portugal, the national team. He thanked all his clubs, and he kind of like said that dream is over. He thanked the fans, and he looked like वो khatam ho gaya. And then they sacked the coach, and the federation said we're going to start anew and it's going to be fresh and everything. For whatever reason, Roberto Martinez Saudi जाके इसको convince किया that we want you to play. He set it
Exactly.
up with the idea that you're going to be that central figure that we're going to play around. Um, and let's just talk about okay why he's there. Obviously, the kind of personality he is, so he is gonna be there, right? And he's gonna.
Yeah,
अभी तक
yeah.
देखो Portugal में कोई like हंगामे तो नहीं हुए to get him out. The team hasn't revolted or like कोई वहाँ पे लड़ाइयाँ नहीं होगी that we want you out of the team. 41 तक पहुंच गया है जितना भी लेजेंड होगा एक टाइम तक लोग फिर रिवॉल्ट कर जाएंगे मैनेजर still sticking with it. They've won 2 Nations Cups, in recent times as well. And I do feel like these Nations Leagues are like, annoying your players को बहुत time ले रही है. But if you followed last Nations League, everyone was really into it. Full squad teams were playing. The players were really into it. Those were like good, tough matches. Performed pretty well in those. UEFA qualifiers for Hatado, he always scores in those as well. But I just think if Martinez had brought him back, I don't think Martinez has done a good job in setting the team up around him. Or in the first place, didn't have the right conversation with him. यार आप आ जाओ 60 minutes तक खेलना ठीक है
Yeah,
come back
Yeah.
a little bit. You cannot be freaking offside all the time, right?
yeah.
वापस आओ
Yeah,
थोड़ा सा help
Vitinha.
करो.
Vitinha was taken off.
Right.
Vitinha was
उसका
taken off. Yeah.
देखो फर्स्ट मैच का मैं
Bruno
स्पेसिफिकली बात
Mendes.
नहीं करूंगा because this is a problem that's been going on for a bit now. But
Mm,
first match
mm.
everyone was horrible. Let's just like not hide behind that fact, right? They were all 3, 4, 5 वाली rating के game खेला सबने. If you are gonna keep him in the squad, if you look at all the matches that they played in the last 3 years, they always start Consensao or Trincao on one end. You need some speed, someone running down the flanks. Vitinha, Ruben Neves, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes. What do they always do anytime they get the ball in club? They send it out the wing. Quaritz खेल रहा है, Cognac भाग रहा है, Mbuma भाग रहा है, Dembele भाग रहा है. They don't have that in Portugal. Remove Ronaldo, fine. Portugal does not have a front three. They're currently shit. So that was never really invested in. So I'm not going to just sit and say कि उसको delivery नहीं मिल रही. That's not the only problem. Ronaldo has to do his part as well. But you need to expand the game. You need players on the wing. Trincao, Conceição को start करो. João Felix को, like you said with Gakpo, there is possibilities. He does often play well for Portugal. क्लब में तो वो बिल्कुल ही छोड़ के चले गया सऊदी में but João Felix is still a name that you can use his speed, you can use him on the wing at least, for a bit to use that time. And I think उनको अपने गेम को ऐसे पोर्चुगल को ओवरऑल एक्सपैंड करना है, right? And at the same time, one of the benefits a little bit that Ronaldo still does, and for all the players that have complained about Ronaldo, there's a lot of players who defended him as well. So listening to, for example, Grady को मैं सुन रहा था is that, and Wayne Rooney, who has been critical of him. Okay, one of the things that happened continuously in the game against DR Congo, right? That game is that
हाँ.
Ronaldo
Dr.
constantly
Congo.
had constantly had 3 defenders on him. So Ronaldo the cover हो गया, तो Ronaldo शायद इतना effective ना हो. But the fact also is that he's pulling 3 defenders away. इसीलिए Ruben Neves को एक empty header मिला था goal मारने का. So the other players then have to utilize that. Ronaldo is going to find you that space के even though he's not as effective, एक दो defender constantly उस पे लगे रहेंगे just so that oh what if, like the what if of his name is still there. So it's really the other players that are gonna have to step up as well and use that thing as well. You can, it's a given. it's most likely he's going to play the next two matches. So it's really
ये भी है
about,
ना because Martinez seems unwilling to take him off or scared to
Weak है
yeah.
take him off because he
मार्टिनेज
knows
बहुत
कि
And
वो सलाह वाला सीन हो जाएगा, उसको उतार देगा, वो कुछ बेंच पे जाके चीज बोतल उतर फेंक देगा and then all of a sudden drama
yeah,
शुरू हो
if he had sold it well to him, coming bringing him back 60 minutes खेलो हट जाओ, या तो उसका अपना फायदा है, लंबा वर्ल्ड कप हो गया है
जाएगा।
और लंबा ड्रैग करेगा, सीजन चलेगा. You need white players to like make the runs behind and everything as well. वो चीज इस वक्त completely missing है, right? If you make those brings, make some attempts, ये rebounds पे अपने goals मार लेगा. He'll be effective that, but you need the other players to do something. That was the thing with Spain, right? अगर आपके पास Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Xabi Alonso थे, tiki taka कर रहे हैं, अपने passing कर रहे हैं, but you constantly had like a Pedro or someone making the runs, defenders को confuse करने,
Torres,
whatever it is.
there will be
If you
a
don't have that, right? You remember Fernando Torres का game बिल्कुल स्पेन के लिए वो वाला नहीं था जो लिवरपूल के लिए था. He was more of a
mm,
poacher for Spain rather than like making those
mm,
crazy fast-paced runs.
mm.
That is the way they need to use it. And that is the problem for Portugal. They don't have a front three altogether, including or excluding Ronaldo. So जब तक वो सही नहीं होगा, that's what helped them in the other, tournaments.
And knowing him, Uzbekistan and next game 2 goal उनको मार देगा and all of a sudden
Yeah, with
everyone.
Ronaldo actually big tournaments में even games like
Phew.
Uzbekistan he hasn't done well, if we're being honest.
Yeah. But you
So
know how जब वो बहुत criticism ले रहा होता है and then he'll score a couple of goals against some small ass team and then it's all
अभी
back to
पता है ना
normal.
ये करेगा और
और
फिर
फिर सब फ्लैट हो जाएंगे.
क्यों
Wow,
करेगा
why did we ever doubt him? ये मेरी prediction ये है. They play Uzbekistan next. He's probably going to score
yeah,
2 goals or something and then everyone will be like,
प्रॉब्ली
real
उज़्बेकी
real
प्लेयर्स
hate
इसके
है.
बाद सेल्फीज ले रहे होंगे एंड में मैच के बाद
हाँ यार, नहीं असल में देखो, yeah, Ronaldo का चक्कर ये है कि Ronaldo was never naturally gifted like Messi. Messi तो ये था कि as soon as you have a good
hmm,
supporting cast in the sense कि you have good mentors and you're a hard worker as well, तेरी natural ability इतनी जबरदस्त है, you're gonna go far. Ronaldo didn't have that, right? Ronaldo की ability was comparable to a lot of other players from his generation. It is purely his own hard work and everything that got him to compete with Messi at that level, which in a sense is admirable from that point as well. And that's what also makes him easy to hate because he's more of a kind of person कि यार ये हमारी तरह हम इसकी तरह हो सकते थे और ये तो निकल के हम नहीं निकले.
yeah,
मेसी को
I
देख
think
के
he should be playing. I do think, but I think he should be taken off around the 60th minute. If
I
he is
completely
having a
agree.
terrible game, you can't play him the
Yeah,
whole 90 minutes. That just seems
exactly,
weird.
exactly. I completely
Especially
agree.
if he's
He's
having a
effective.
bad game. All about he's having
If
a really good game, but he's unlucky. But if he's having a terrible game, 2-3 touches, and you take him off in the 65th
he's
minute. I
also
remember
effective.
Jota always used to be on the bench for this guy and then come on and score a goal. And next match again, Martinez would go back to Ronaldo. So they lost Jota, who I think would have been really good in this World Cup for them. But
हाँ
they need to take him off. 60th minute, if he isn't doing well, Martinez
Correct,
needs to have the balls to take him off, which I don't think he does. I think वो डर रहा है वही चीज है
correct.
कि वो slot और
तुम
सलाह वाला सीन है.
यार
तुम
मार्टिनेज रोबर्टो मार्टिनेज ने बेल्जियम की गोल्डन जनरेशन पर कर दी खत्म कर दी
Destroy की थी. Yeah,
अब ये बंदा
yeah.
I
पोर्चुगल
never
के नीचे
rated
आया
him as a. मुझे समझ नहीं आता उसका why is he so highly rated? I've never
Yeah, that's
understood.
pretty, Atam, the same cheese. If you look at the numbers, with Ronaldo, it's like 2.5, 2.6 goals per game. Without Ronaldo, it goes up to, or not game goals, chances created. And without Ronaldo, it goes up to like 3.7 or something. But numbers, you can never trust numbers enough because one of the game, they've only played 4 games without Ronaldo, 25 with Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
So वो भी average stack खराब हो जाता है. Plus one of the 4 games, they beat Armenia 9-1. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like if you remove that, you kind of then feel what I'm saying earlier. The numbers come back to the same story. You're with or without Ronaldo, unki to front three ka hi masla hai, right? They've got a fantastic midfield, and on that as well, I kind of feel maybe it's not a popular opinion and stuff that sometimes wait, Lampard, Gerrard, not everyone can work together. Maybe Ruben Neves, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, not all can play. Or Jao Neves, sorry. Maybe Ruben Neves does need to come in. He's a bit more defensive minded and he needs to start the game. You can't have everyone trying to do something. Yeah,
You can't
but
drop Bruno. You can't drop Vitinha.
Jao Neves, I probably thought Vitinha ki jagah Ruben Neves kar sakta, but like, it's
Vitinha is
open to
classy.
debate, right? No, obviously,
Class
all of them are classy, but
हाँ
everyone needs to step up, right? What did anyone
हम्म
do in this entire match, right?
हम्म
One guy is annoying, but there's always like take a shot, do something, right? There wasn't much happening.
मेरे पास
Rafael Leao
Ronaldo
is, like, for me, extremely overrated. I've always felt that. I've said that in our group as well. He, even if on days when he's making good runs on the wing, his delivery is never good. He is
Polish
never
नहीं
good
है.
at, delivering, like, into the box or finishing. So it is
And
it is
by
a
now, he
blunt
should have
problem.
developed that. I think 2 years ago, you looked
Exactly.
at him and you were like, wow, this guy is going to be good. But अब तक वो आया नहीं है.
Yeah.
Sort of
That's
like
why I
Kingsley.
think Trincao, Kosensao, those guys need to start. The problem with those guys as well is, right, they're not like Quaritch Khelia ki tarah starters at their club level either. It's all impact players that are up there with a guy who's probably going to play the next World Cup. मुझे
यार
लगता है वो
रोनाल्डो
next
के
यूरो तो
साथ
खेलेगा.
मेरा इशू ये रोनाल्डो के साथ कि मतलब जैसे अब टूर्नामेंट्स में ये होता है ना, जैसे ये वन ऑफ चांसेस आपको मिलती हैं, वन ऑफ गेम्स होती हैं, इन गेम मोमेंट्स होते हैं ना, वो बहुत क्रूशियल होते हैं. अभी जैसे पहले मैच में पोर्चुगल का किसके साथ था?
डॉक्टर
डॉक्टर
कॉन्गो
कॉन्गो.
से.
डॉक्टर कॉन्गो से था. तो अभी 2 ऐसे चांस आए थे वहाँ, ही कुड हैव लेफ्ट द बॉल ब्रूनो के लिए. ब्रूनो पीछे था, ब्रूनो कुड हैव स्कोर्ड. वी हैव सीन ब्रूनो स्कोर दीस गोल्स इन द प्रीमियर लीग.
Yeah.
लेकिन नहीं, वो छोड़ता ही नहीं है, कोई बॉल नहीं छोड़ता, बॉल उसके पीछे जा रही है, वो वहां से किक कर रहा है बॉल को. तो उसमें
Yeah.
ये बहुत इशू है.
बट तुम देखो ना, गेम भी तो ऐसे सेटअप किया हुआ है कि रोनाल्डो को बोला है मार्टिनेज ने, तुम वहां खड़े हो, बॉल आएगी तो मारना. उसके माइंड में भी यही है कि मैं नहीं करना है सारा, कोई और स्ट्राइकर और गोल स्कोरर ही नहीं है कहीं, मैं नहीं करना है, जहां भी बॉल जा रही है मेरे लिए आ रही है, मुझे कुछ करना है. अब
दैट्स अ
वो,
गुड पॉइंट. हाँ, और
राइट,
ऑप्शन नहीं
इट्स
इनके
जस्ट,
पास.
I just think they should have gone for like a Mourinho or someone. There was an ideal time. He wanted to be Portugal manager. He was probably the only one जो रोनाल्डो को निकाल देता, कहता है यार कटो, मतलब कुछ और चाहिए.
वैसे भी पट्टा इसका
Um,
पुराना है.
हाँ, ऑन एंड ऑफ तो इनके अपने अपना चलते ही रहता है, बट और ही कुड हैव डन समथिंग टू मेक हिम अग्री कि यार इस तरीके से खेलेंगे, ये अप्रोच होगी. एंड व्हाटएवर द फाइट, ही माइट हैव हैड दैट अमाउंट ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट फॉर मोरिनियो कि यार अच्छा मैं ये कर लेता हूँ, मैं इस तरीके से चेंज कर लेता हूँ. मार्टिनेज का तो आना ऐसे ही था कि यार इसको ले आओ बस, अब मेरी मर्जी, मैं चलाऊंगा क्लब.
Pure option is actually the.
Yeah.